Applying for a secretary. Dialogue 1.
I see from your letter of application that you've had quite a lot of experience as a secretary.
You're right. I worked in my previous company for over 6 years.
Why did you leave that company?
It went bankrupt 2 months ago because of the financial crisis.
I see. Perhaps you could tell me what sort of qualities you have.
Do well in the shorthand and typing. Also be able to handling report writing summaries, keeping minutes at meetings, and so on. Dialogue 2.
Have you brought your curriculum vitae with you?
Yes, here it is.
It seems you've little experience in secretarial work.
I've just graduated from university. I can't say I'm very much experienced in this field, but nothing is too difficult for a diligent student.
Have you studied any secretarial course?
Yes, I've taken such courses as secretarial principles, office administration, business English, public relations, and file keeping.
What are your plans for the future?
I hope to start with an entry-level secretarial position and become an administrative assistant in a few years' time. Applying for a tour guide. Dialogue 1.
What have you done in the past as a tour guide?
After graduation from a tourist school, I signed with the Shenzhou Travel Agency on a 3-year contract. I showed my clients around in Beijing.
Have you ever sat for the national examinations for tourist guides?
Yes, I have got the qualification certificate.
Have you ever learned any other foreign languages other than English?
Yes, I have learned a little French and Japanese.
You should know to be a guide is a tough job.
Hard but interesting. Dialogue 2.
Why are you interested in working for our travel agency?
I like traveling, and I also like meeting various kinds of people.
What courses have you completed at college?
I have studied economics of tourism, tourist marketing, tourist psychology, tourist culture, tourist etiquette science, guiding methods and techniques, law of tourism, and so on.
What do you think the responsibilities of a tourist guide are?
A tourist guide must be responsible for arranging and coordinating tour activities and offering service of translation, accommodations, sightseeing, shopping, and entertainment. Applying for an air hostess. Dialogue 1.
How tall are you?
My height is 1 meter and 72 centimeters.
What about your eyesight?
I've never had any vision problems since my childhood.
What makes you decide on this type of occupation?
I love the sky. When I was a child, I imagined flying into a blue sky someday. I also like traveling and enjoying working with people.
What are the special features for a stewardess?
Well, a stewardess should be friendly, patient, kind, and polite to passengers.
Do you have these features?
I think I have. Dialogue 2.
Why do you want to be a stewardess?
I've always enjoyed meeting new people and working with others. Traveling to different places and being in new situations seems like an exciting challenge.
What do you consider are the responsibilities for the aircrew?
The main responsibility is to ensure the safety of the passengers in case of an emergency. Other responsibilities include making passengers comfortable and serving meals.
Do you think friendly service is very important for the airline staff?
Definitely. Applying for a hotel staff. Dialogue 1.
Have you had any experience in food and beverage service?
Actually, I have been serving in an international restaurant since I graduated from vocational high school.
Could you tell me something about restaurant service?
Yes, food and beverage service includes accepting reservations, giving information about restaurant hours, taking orders, recommending food to customers, as well as presenting bills.
Suppose a guest wants to change the order after a course has been served. What should you do?
It depends. If it is the waiter who makes the mistake, I'll take the course away immediately. But if the guest ordered it and then forgot about it, the course can't be exchanged once it has been served. This is a common rule. Dialogue 2.
Do you think the hotel facilities and service is a kind of commodity? Why?
Yes, it is a special kind of goods sold by a hotel to its guests. It provides for guests all kinds of services with its tangible facilities and space and its intangible time and labor.
Can you say something about the importance of hotel service quality?
Yes, service quality determines a hotel's reputation. Reputation is as precious as one's life. Service quality is inseparable from reputation.
What do you think is the trend of changes in the future hotels?
Things will be developing toward 5C. Those are chain in hotel operation, combination in service levels, character in hotel design, computer in hotel management, and competition in markets. Applying for a manager assistant. Dialogue 1.
Please tell me something about your working experience.
From 2003 to 2008, I got a job in the sales department of a trading company. I started as a sales representative. 3 years later, I was promoted to the position of sales manager.
Good. Can you tell me why you plan to quit being a sales manager and to work here as my assistant? Don't you like your present job?
Yes, I like it. But the company I work for now is doing domestic business. My specialized field is foreign trade, and these years I've been looking for a chance to develop my abilities.
This position needs high qualifications. Do you think you're competent for that?
Sure, otherwise I won't come here. I've included my working experience in the resume. Here it is. I've brought other necessary documents too.
Well, let me see. Would you mind taking a cup of tea and waiting for a few minutes?
Not at all. Take your time. Dialogue 2.
From your resume, I know you worked in ABC Company for quite a long time.
Yes, I stayed with them for 8 years.
Did you enjoy working there?
Yes, I started as an office clerk and became a department manager 3 years later. About 2 years ago, I was appointed assistant to the general manager.
What did you exactly do in that position?
Well, I assisted the general manager with his work in many ways. Sometimes I presided over meetings or took part in some social activities in his name. I was also in charge of making credit inquiries, approving payment terms, and things like that.
I can see you did quite a lot of work, so I don't quite understand why you left the post.
I never easily give up something that is valuable. Before I quit that job, I had made a thorough analysis of things like what I would gain and what I would lose. I have the necessary experience of making a good assistant to the investment manager. Applying for trading staff. Dialogue 1.
Please tell me about your education.
I just graduated from University of International Business and Economics. I majored in international trade.
What courses have you taken?
Many, I just tell you several randomly. The courses I took included international marketing, international business management, foreign trade practice, foreign trade correspondence, foreign exchange, international law of commerce, etc.
Maybe you could tell me what certificates of technical qualifications you've received.
I've obtained an export sales staff's qualification certificate and a business English certificate.
What attracted you to this job?
Your business model and corporate philosophy. I've been searching for a long while to find a company like yours. As I'm interested in e-commerce, I think it's a best choice to develop my ability in your company.
You really have an eye for your future career plan.
Dialogue 2.
What is the first thing to do in the international trade?
As a buyer, we first have to make an inquiry. As a seller, we have to make an offer.
As a buyer, what are you most capable of?
I'm capable of buying. I used to be a buyer for a big trade company.
What was your chief responsibility of your job?
There, I took in charge of sourcing, price negotiation, and supplier management on the telephone and mobile.
Have you traveled a lot in your work?
Yes, I have traveled many times abroad, such countries as Australia, New Zealand, France, Switzerland, Germany, and Sweden.